Fuck. We'll deal with it if it happens. Anyway, so welcome everyone, and we're here and we're back with session 2. We are short someone, but we have our adorable little stand-in there. Unfortunately, do you like the stand-in, Tori?
If only it was the creepy one with human teeth.
No, that's Luca. That's Streamcat.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, we unfortunately are short one. Riley, she's not feeling very good, so she's going to be out this session for the next episode. That being said, we're all back. We're all happy to be back, I hope, at least. We're going to pick up right where we left off. So again, I am the storyteller, our dungeon master, game master, whatever you want to call me. I'm Mustache Owl, and I'm joined here by my lovely table of Spoopy, Tori, Aaron, and Luca, the stand-in. And we're gonna get right into it. So when we last joined our adventurers, they were currently going to hopefully in their minds have a very nice, easy reconnaissance mission, and kind of like have this nice, nothing goes wrong adventure to become part of the guild association. But as is with life, everything went wrong, and here they are kind of picking up the pieces for one of the other teams. And we find our adventurers here in this very final room, kind of with the odds stacked against them a little bit, shall we say. So we of course have our gunslinger Spoopy, who is going to be playing oh my god, I can't remember character names today. Holy shit.
Anna.
You can tell it's been a while. Hana, we have our Elven Ranger Valindra, and then we have our Dwarven Cleric Raga. And then we would have our human fighter Ember, but again, unfortunately, Riley is not feeling good, so she will not be joining us today. But anyways, dear players, let's go. So as you enter the room, you find in front of you are the last 2 members of Team 3. One of them is kind of slumped against the ground, slumped against a table on the ground, and the other one is huddled behind another table across the way from him. Before you stands 4 goblins in the very far back. Oh, we lost a Spoopy. In the very far back, there is an altar with one standing. One of them is standing beside an altar. As you enter the room, all of the eyes turn to you, and the team member in the corner kind of signals to you and asks for help. So we're going to jump right into it. Just to kind of storyline tell our way through this, our young Ember here is actually going to end up being MIA for this fight. So Ember is going to signal to the team member 3 who is here, rush over, grab the downed one, and sensing that you all are okay with it, is going to get that member to safety along with the other one. So the 3 of you are going to be left to your own devices. So if you 3 would kindly roll me some initiative, and we'll immediately get started.
Let me just figure out how to do that.
I think it's under perception, right?
Correctamundo. So we're just going to boop, boop, and boop. We'll get back to it. So
I can figure this out. Where is it? Over here.
Great.
all right.
So,
Let's see, turn order. Oh, why are you not doing it? Turn. Valindra,
what does this button do? Oh,
Spoopy, my dear, what did you get?
I rolled a 2, and I have +3.
Awesome.
Okay. We are starting with these big rolls right now.
Yeah. Watch all the goblins get like 18s.
Oh, there's the nat 20. That's rude.
Nope, too late. Let me do this real quick.
Oh my god! I just realized I should open up Sea of Thieves because they have emotes for each of the dice types,
And just
and it
use
actually
that.
rolls a dice on screen.
Just have a nice little that'd actually be hilarious. Like port your camera over, your window capture over.
Yes. Oh,
Well, the good news is all three of you
Is
get to
dude
go.
alive?
What was that?
This dude alive?
The one in the center? No, he is dead. There are 4 live ones in front of you. And the good news is, you all get to go together. The bad news is, it's definitely not first.
you're like, you all get to go. It's like, but dot dot dot.
Let's see. There we go.
Oof, that was an 18. And
Yep.
oof, and oh no.
You, sir. Add turn for you. And add turn for you. Move turn order over here. All right, so top of the round, here we go. I love it. Not really. Okay. So before battle begins, does anyone want to know anything about the room? Do like quick free perception checks, see if you notice anything.
I'll run over.
This is the perceived check, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there. 11.
All right, so just like the other caverns, this one is also illuminated in a low level light by mushrooms around the wall. This one, however, seems to be more like a mess hall, or not quite like church, because these are feral goblins. They don't really have like that structure. So it's filled with tables. There's the altar in the center of the room. And you do notice that the goblin next to the altar, this one up here, is definitely dressed differently than the rest of them. They all are brandishing weapons against you. However, he has no weapons in his hands. And then, of course, you do see that there are a few bodies. There should be 2 more, to be completely honest. So we're just gonna do this.
With an 11. See if there's anything explosive in the room.
No, not that you could see.
Okay.
But yeah, so team 3 did do some work. However, unfortunately, they also seemed to have gotten worked over by this group of goblins. So you all are unfortunately going to be the cleanup crew for this. So let me grab my big handy dandy book of things to throw at all of you, and we can get started. So
I don't like that.
you don't like that? Well, I'm sorry. So this one here is going to go first. Actually, wait, I literally have it highlighted. Hey, it is him. I guessed correctly. So he is going to take aim at Valindra with a short bow, and he's going to take 3 rapid shots. First one is going to hit. Next one is not going to hit. And the third one is not going to hit. In fact, the third one actually crits. So he takes 3 rapid shots at you, Valindra, with a short bow. The first one does end up actually hitting you. So you get tagged on the shoulder by an arrow for 3 damage. The next one swings wide, and the third one actually snaps his bow completely. He just gets a little too excited, pulls back all the way, and the bow, with its very shoddy construction, just kind of breaks in twain. So go ahead and take 3 damage for that.
Can we free action laugh at him?
Yeah. So because he didn't move, he got 3 actions, and each one of them was a shot, and the third one did not go his way. Yeah. I actually really enjoy the 3-action rule because it's like you as the players and me as the DM. It's not just all right. What's my move action? What's my attack? And then if I have a free action, go for it. I can plan more for it, and kind of like adapt to situations better based on the monsters. So this one is going to move. If I can find his move, which is, I mean, he's got short little legs. It can't be that much, right? Oh, it really isn't that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's going to spend 2 move actions, move right up to Raga, and we're going to take a nice swing.
Come at me, you gangrene as fuck.
And he is going to whiff completely with his little sharps. I mean, yeah, I guess you could call it a dagger. It's a dagger on a stick. So this one is going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's going to take 2 shots with his bow. The first one is going to miss. And the second one is also going to miss. I did that turn out of order. Whatever, though. The goblin back here is actually going to stay his turn. So, Raga, my dear, it is your turn.
Am I able to do any sort of like nature check or anything to see if I know anything different about the one in the back?
Yeah, if you want to do a nature check, go for it. That would actually work pretty well. Let me see if there's any built-in dice checks for these creatures. I do not believe there is. So yeah, go ahead and do nature. So based on your knowledge of feral goblin tribes, you kind of piece together that one is probably a priest or kind of like a spiritual leader of sorts. So he's probably magic in nature. So the reason, even though he doesn't have weapons, doesn't mean that he's not dangerous.
I'm just gonna call it. Hey, take the shaman out first.
There you go.
Kind of gesture towards the one in the back, and then I have this one right in front of me.
Correctamundo.
Okay, so I'll use my second action to try to slam my hammer into the side of its head.
Go for it.
Let's see.
Let's see if we can get some big numbers.
No, is that not the right button? Sorry.
Nope. There you go. So that one hits. So you slam him in the side of the head for 6 damage. That's right. Yeah, 6 damage. Boop. And that is, I believe, number 2. Yes. So he is definitely not doing good. Your hammer connects. He's still standing, if you could call it that, but hoo boy, he's seen some better days. So you got one more action to go.
And sorry, this is where my lack of Pathfinder knowledge. So I can't attack again because that would take 2 actions, right?
No, you can. You just suffer a -5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So next to your actions will be a little like diamond. If it's a single diamond, that means it takes 1 action. If it's 2 overlapping, that means it takes 2 actions. And if it's 3, that means it takes all 3. And then there's also other things too, like spell casting, for example, magic missile. You can cast it for 1, 2, or 3 actions, and it does different things depending on it. So you can throw 1 magic missile, 2, or 3 for a single cast.
I do not see diamonds next to anything.
So for normal strikes, it's always going to be 1.
Gotcha. Okay.
But like,
so I can attack again, but it'll be at a -5?
yes.
Gotcha. So that's what I'll try to do. So 16 minus 5 is
11 will not hit. So your first one strikes true. Your second one just kind of brushes against him. He's still definitely not feeling good. But yeah, so Valindra, it is now your turn. Tori, that's you.
Okay, how much is the distance per square again?
5 feet. 5 feet per square.
5 feet. Okay. Beans. All right.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, he's 60 feet away from you.
Wait, that's 60 feet. Hold up. My bow is a 60-foot range.
Correct.
Okay. I would like to take a shot at Mr. Scary Shaman dude person who I forgot what it was already.
Him in the back.
Yeah.
Go for it. So yeah, you'll just do a just a normal attack then.
Okay, I did it.
17. That actually will hit. So, our dear, give me 1 second. Need to make sure there's no reactions to this, and there aren't. Okay, good. So, just like before, you know, full send it. You just fucking pull back, strike true. That hits him square in the chest for 7 damage. So again, unlike the other ones, though, he takes the hit and he's actually looks a lot better than the other one. So you got 2 more actions.
I'm gonna go for a second one.
Okay. So remember, you do suffer the -5.
Does the second attack button automatically do that?
Yes, it should.
Okie dokie.
This. Oh. All right. Attack number 2. While as good as, or damn near as good as the first one, unfortunately, this one does not connect with him. It just kind of brushes shy of him.
Sad.
So you can reposition if you've got any like preparation things you can do. You could go do that.
That's the wrong tab. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Yes. I will end my turn.
Okay. All right, my dear Hana, it leaves it up to you.
We're gonna do Forbidding Ward on Raga and that super fun little goblin friend. So it's +1 to your AC and +1 to your saving throws on that guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna use 10 paces to get my free 10.
That's right. I always forget that you have 10 free feet that you can just move whenever you want. That's a lot stronger than you would think. Like,
No, I totally is.
You're just like, cool. I get a because there's 2 move actions. You can stride and you can step. And right now it's not super important because you're not going to fight a lot of enemies with attacks of opportunity. But if you stride or just move by an enemy that has the opportunity attack ability, it gets a free swing at you with no penalties.
Question.
What's up?
If I land right here, will it get an attack of opportunity?
No, none of these are gonna have attack of opportunity.
30-foot range. I'm an idiot. Should be 25. And then we're gonna take a shot for my second action at friendly shaman there. Quick question before I do that: can I do an Arcana check to see what he's trying to cast?
He's not. He hasn't done anything. Remember, he put his turn off.
That's a natural 20.
So go ahead and put all your modifiers in.
Yeah, so that's a fatal 2d8.
No. Remember, this is a sliding scale. Nat 20s don't matter. So I need.
Yeah, I know, but damage. But
No. Like I said, give me the full attack roll. So your proficiency bonus is 27.
20. Yeah,
So what's the total?
27.
Okay, that does crit. It is high enough on the scale. That's what's important. It's not the nat 20. It's the fact that you're 10 above. 10 or more above, I
Right.
should say.
Well, then this is a fatal 2d8.
Yep.
Which is awesome. 9 points of damage.
Jesus. All right. Well,
And then-
apparently I didn't need to tone this combat down. So just fucking dancing through combat, aiming true, you just fucking put a bullet square between his eyes and he is down.
Cool. Well then, I'm gonna use my third action to give this Barosive to right some Foxfire.
And what does Foxfire do? I do not remember.
It's that crackle electricity, and I'm gonna deal electric damage. It's range 20 feet, so he's right next to me.
Okay.
Is this a -5?
Yes, it'll be a -5, I believe. And then it should have a a lot of combat spells are going to be versus reflex.
Yeah, it's an unarmed range attack.
Okay, so yeah.
But it's not gonna hit. That's a 6
No.
-5.
Nope, that's not gonna hit at all.
Misfire passes head or some shit.
Yeah. Well, no, because that actually wasn't low enough to crit fail. So you just missed.
It's a 1. The 6 -5. It's a 1.
Oh, never mind. That is.
Ooh,
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So while trying to, riding the high of just fucking obliterating the shaman, you try and do some fancy maneuvering, and you go to fling your foxfire out and whatever, and just you catch yourself with it completely.
Wait. Unarmed attack.
Oh, I know.
Oh, sorry. I think I did that wrong. Technically, I have a +4, so it technically would have been a 5.
Which is still under the 10. Remember, that sliding scale is real important.
Hoping that would make a difference.
Nope, unfortunately it did not. So you just end up catching yourself with the end of the foxfire, singeing yourself a little bit, so go ahead and take 4 points of damage.
Ooh.
Alright, and that'll be top of the round. So seeing you just absolutely fucking destroy their leader, this one here is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to make one move action. Let's see, I do need to do this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this one's going to get a triggered action. He's going to step this way. And then he is going to take a couple stabs at you. First one is going to miss. Actually, wait. Dominic, what is your AC? Did you say horrible?
I said 12, but that also works.
Oh, 12? Yeah, no, the first one hit. The second one didn't, but the first one did. So he, kind of flurry of stabs at you. The first one does connect, but it just barely. It just kind of nicks you, so go ahead and take 1 point of damage. Oh, let's see. The one that is completely dazed does not snap out of it. So he's going to kind of just take 2 wide swings at you, Raga, and both of them are going to miss. So it is now our third one's turn here. I need to move that. That one connects. That one doesn't connect. And that one connects. So Another flurry of stabs at you, my dear Hana, and you're going to take a total of 4 damage. Ah. And then Raga, it is your turn.
I want to spin the hammer around in my hand so the flat's facing up, and then just try to uppercut this thing.
All right. Let's see it. Let's see that roll. That'll fucking do it. And you just fucking slap his fucking head. So bring the hammer up, connect with his, yep, connect with his chin, and he is down and out for good.
Fuck yeah.
I still wanted that head to just pop out of the socket.
I'll spit on the body as I sprint past. I want to come over here.
God damn.
Excellent.
We need to work on this.
Do we? I'm okay with this.
DM, I'd like to do something. For my third action, I want to grab the leg of this table and try to swing the table and smack this goblin in front of me with it like a baseball bat.
It is a full-size table, like a good, like, you know, like 8 foot by like. Okay, all right.
It'll take a nice strength check, right?
Yep. You're you know what, you're riding on the high of victory though, so go ahead and give me a strength check, and then we'll do a +2 to your roll. So just a flat d20, whatever your strength modifier is, and go ahead and do a +2.
This turns into a 40-minute bullet, I swear to God.
Can I try to, instead of dealing damage, can I just try to knock him down with it, or knock him away from Anna?
Yeah, so you would turn that into a non-lethal, basically. So there wouldn't be any huge difference. But we would basically do you'll roll. So if you connect, you'll roll damage, and then I'll just transfer the damage into feet moved.
Sweet. Okay, so it's just athletics or strength?
Go ahead and do strength.
Not great.
Nope. So you run up and you're like, oh! You grab it and you just kind of like nudge him with it, and you're like, in your head, definitely went way better. In reality, he's just kind of weirded out that you like brushed him with a table. Valindra, my dear, it is. Just imagine what I could have done to you.
How the heck do I see my movement amount?
So it should be speed, and then it'll say
there it is,
25 feet or 30 feet or whatever. I'm pretty sure you have the longest legs in the group, so you should have at least 30.
I do have 30. How did you know?
I guess I've been at this for a while.
So I'm going to move a little bit up, and then I'm going to shoot the one in between the two of them.
Okay, so you're going to get what's called a flanking bonus because your teammates are flanking them. So you'll get your normal attack, and then we'll add 1 to it afterwards. And this will count for any attack you make. So you have 2 of them. Normally I'd be making you count your arrows, but you're new, so I'm not gonna put that on you right now. You got this, Tori, I believe. 9, 10 with the flanking bonus is not going to be enough to hit, but thankfully you didn't hit any of your teammates, so you're good. You got 1 more strike. Well, 1 more action, I should say. As we wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna go move over to here then.
Gonna do another reposition. Okay. So that'll be your turn then. Which means Hana, it is your turn.
We're gonna point like this shit right in his face.
I can't wait for you to shoot Raga right in the face.
The one in front of me.
Oh, okay.
Not the one behind me.
You're like, oh, yeah, okay. Dang it.
Holy shit, that was another 20.
Oh, there you go. Go ahead. So
That's
that'll be
a good die.
27. Yep.
It's
That'll
27.
that'll end up being a crit. Go ahead and because you have your deadly weapon, so it'll be 2d8.
What's the damage?
That is enough to just fucking end his life, and that I believe is yes, that is.
And then Foxfire, the one behind me. I'm not even gonna look.
Okay, go for it. Unarmed attack. So you're gonna do -5.
6.
No, hey, So again, just riding that high. Wow, I need to get different dice apparently. Just riding that high, you're like, all right, I'm gonna fucking style on these fools. You fucking, point blank, right between the eyes, he is gone, and then you just not even looking, just fucking foxfire, and you do hear a sound of someone getting hurt. You in fact hear the sound of our dear Raga just get a little too staticky.
Do I have to roll damage on
No,
that?
I already rolled. So Raga, go ahead and take 2 points of damage.
Fucking A.
I'm sorry.
This is why you look where you attack.
Blame it on the dice. It's been giving me, it'll get me a 20 and then a really shit roll.
So you do have one roll left, by the way, or one action left, I should say.
If I back away from this guy, he's gonna get attack
Nope.
opportunity, isn't he?
Again, these things don't
No.
have attack of opportunity. No. For the first
Sweet.
couple
so, like,
fights.
disengaging.
Yeah. So remember what I was talking about too. You have strides and steps. So strides are your movement actions. So if something does have an attack of opportunity feat or ability, that will trigger it. If you step,
Okay.
which is one movement action for one square, if you step outside of their sphere of influence, you will not provoke the attack of opportunity. That being said, because
let me-
these are medium, they have a 1 square influence, so you can just step straight back and be good.
Okay. Well, let me try and shoot one between the eyes and actually look.
Are you okay?
Yes.
All right.
Because it is a 19.
Okay, so that's a 9, because remember, this is your third attack.
So it's -10.
Yeah. So thankfully you don't shoot Raga.
Okay, so it's... Wait, no, that's not. It's a 14.
It's a 14.
17.
Okay, so a 17 will hit.
14. No, it's 14.
Okay, so 14 will not hit.
Roll a 17, -10, +7.
Yeah, that'll be 14. Okay, I thought you said 19, and I was like, okay, that'll still hit.
No.
No, so
But I wouldn't have shot Raga.
no, but the 14 does not hit, thankfully. All right, so top of the round.
I don't know how if I went like...
We need to I need to call Comcast and get our internet fixed. Because holy crap. Okay, so top of the round, we've only got one Gobbo left. So he is going to turn to our dear Raga, who brushed up against him with the table. And he's going to do a flurry of stabs again. The first one is going to hit. The second one is not going to hit. The third one is really not going to hit. So the first one, he kind of like aims true and everything. Gets you pretty well on the side for 3 points of damage. The second one whiffs wide, and the third one actually just kind of like jams in the table, and he's stuck there, and he's like kind of panicking. But with that, it's the end of his turn. So Raga, you get your counter swing. It is your turn.
Big mistake. So if I wanted to tackle this goblin and choke the life out of them,
It would be a grapple, so it would be a just a normal attack with a strength roll, and then you would you'd have to hold the grapple for 2 rounds.
for 2 rounds,
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot of rounds to choke the life out of someone.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
think about it, because each round is about 5 seconds.
No, I understand, but mechanically.
Oh yeah, mechanically.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, in D&D 3.0, I built a character that was entirely centered, or 3.5, entirely centered around grappling, until I realized that to do anything useful in combat, even with the grapple master thing, I had to hold someone down for like 3 rounds. I could kill anyone after that 3rd round, but making 3 strength checks, hoo boy, that was bad.
So I'll kind of loosen my grip on my hammer like I'm thinking about it. And then just go, and I'll just kind of lunge forward and like punch them in the face with the hammer.
Okay. So go ahead and make that attack for me. That definitely strikes true. And that actually will not be a crit, unfortunately. But you definitely just fucking square to the nose, just BAP! And he is not doing too good right now. He's still gonna be swinging.
Damage.
I know you had the big attack roll and the low damage roll.
Okay. So if I can I use both my other actions to mitigate the -5?
Nah.
No. Okay.
There is a our dear Ember actually has it. There's a feat that allows you to mitigate the first one. I don't remember what it's called. I can pull up her sheet and look.
Maybe I
though.
just heard that happened and didn't realize it was a feat.
Yeah. Let's
Like last
see.
week or something.
So it's called Exacting Strike. That one there.
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay. Well, I will try the -5 attack.
That one with your flanking bonus actually does hit. And that, in fact, will fucking kill him. So second strike rings true, and with that, his body goes limp, and the room falls silent. So, I actually need to do math real quick so you all have the experience. Because I'm sure everybody wants that. I don't remember how much you currently have, but...
I have 60.
Okay, so 60. I will say this is the one thing that I need to get used to is Pathfinder 2 does experience weird. So instead of like D&D where it's like, okay, each creature has an experience amount and you add that up and that's what you reward. Instead I go, how much experience do I want to give my players? And then I build an encounter around that. So that's going to be 2, 3, 4. So go ahead and add 50 experience each, and I will make sure that Ember gets that eventually as well. So if you're at 60, that should be 110. I believe. COVID brain has made it so I can still do basic math, thankfully.
Everybody's dead. And I go up to the priest dude
Yes.
and take a look at what's on him.
Yes. So on the priest, who's the body in the back because he never got a chance to move. So he has some spell regents on him, approximately about 10 gold's worth. And then
So is that like that's a batch of regents, right?
yeah, it's literally just spell components. I think is what it's actually labeled as, for like all intents and purposes. Oops.
Cool. I can use regents to make bombs.
Yep. Well, you can use alchemical
ammo.
regents, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but you can use regular regents to make like ammo and shit. Or like crafting.
Hmm.
Ammo.
Yeah. Okay. And then he's got the spell regents. He has a small dagger. It's a stone dagger. It's nothing really special. Looks like it was used for rituals or things like that. And then he's just got a very bloody robe now.
I'll just grab that batch of magical regents and the ritual dagger.
Okie dokies. So yeah, just we'll find the damage. It's probably gonna be like 1d4 damage, but it's just a stone dagger.
I'm just gonna keep it on person. If I don't use it, one of them will. So. To me.
Tori.
like to go around the room, knowing that goblins are shifty, sneaky bastards, and I'm gonna confirm the kills with blows to the head.
All right. So, as you know, Ember is just basically clubbing or poking dead bodies with sticks at this point. Tori, my dear, is there anything you would like to do?
I want to go look at the altar thingamajiggers.
Oh, up here by
Yes.
Hana? Okay. So up by the altar, it's just got an assortment of candles on it. It's blood stained. So you could tell that it's been used quite a bit. It's very old, but it's really just a big rock with like what they would count as nice piece of tapestry over it, but really it's just kind of like a dish rag to you. And then some like burnt out candles and like bowls and stuff that possibly had spell components or ritual components in them, but are empty and stained. So does not look like it's been used recently. So
Also gonna be like, "Ow, I could use some assistance." Like half my health, so I don't look like I'm in great shape.
oh yeah, because you know, you lit her on fire earlier.
They lit themselves on fire. What are you talking about?
No. She also lit Raga on fire.
Oh.
An accident.
Yeah. That's not what I wanted to do. Remove all turns. There we go. But yeah, so Raga is currently going around the room, smashing what heads are left. Because a couple bodies definitely don't have heads anymore. And so, is there anything else you guys want to do in the room, or are you ready to move on?
And I'm sorry, did you say you could use some healing?
Yeah.
Alright, this is my last heal for the day, though.
Oh, no. I'll just use the self because you need to save that in case someone is like really downed. I'm just gonna use one of my uses of myself. How much does that heal again?
If I remember correctly, it was 1d4.
I would like to do that as well.
Go for it.
That's a 4.
Yeah. Make your bruises feel a little bit better. Doesn't do any like big heals, but it'll keep you going.
Well, it got me pretty close to my original health, so.
Okay. So yeah, for the most part, you all have succeeded in your mission. You found the last of Team 3. You were able to cover Ember as she escorted the 2 back. So, completing your mission, you should probably go back to who did I have you set up with? Was it Torrens or was it? No, it was Milia. So yeah, probably go back to Milia.
Fine.
So we will go.
I hold up a cut off ear. Do you think we should take these back to show that we did it?
You would maybe do something nice with those. I don't.
Like a necklace or something.
Yeah, right.
I suppose I wouldn't wear that when we're in diplomatic meetings with the other tribe. I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe when we're not in here, like somewhere else, that might be a nice accoutrement.
Interesting.
So y'all make your way back.
So I'll just pocket that ear and think about it.
You're like, I'm gonna
Just
save
like-
this for later.
Like, I can make you something at a later date. I'm not gonna make you something to wear here, but I can do it at a later date.
I love this. I love this dynamic. It's great. So
She's just like, what the fuck?
the entire time. It's just like I don't understand these people. They're weird. So you all make your way back to Milia. She's currently kind of overseeing Team 3's recovery. Two of them are still standing. Definitely worse for wear. The one that you found in the room. The last one is she's doing pretty good. The one that was in the room when you came in, his name is Chester. He walks up to you and he goes, I cannot thank you all enough. He's like, we ended up getting ambushed, and my partner over there just ran ahead, and on instinct I ran after him, knowing now that I should have stopped him instead of just trying to make sure that he got there safe. So anyway, he goes and thanks all of you, and Amelia is like, I'm very proud of you for all what you've done, because you all have made sure that we all get to go home at the end of the day. She goes, but we're pretty much done here for the most part. We're not going to push our luck anymore. Everyone here is safe. Team 7, you've actually made contact with a tribe and have some sort of document that we're going to give to the elders of the other 2 tribes that we were working with, the Stoneblood and Iron Fangs. And we're going to actually just call it here, and we're going to head back to base camp. So unless anyone has any last minute questions, I say we get the hell out of here. Alrighty. So boop and boop. So all 4 of you head back to base camp. And you're kind of just like resting and recuperating. Medics are overseeing everyone, kind of patching them up. So go ahead and put yourself back to full health. Sorry, Jesus. And Milia, after a while, walks up to you and she goes, okay, so first of all, I want to say congratulations. You all have done a fantastic job. You did the mission to the T, and you went above and beyond. She goes, there's not a lot of times that we still see guild applicants be able to pull off what you all did, and come home in one piece, minus some bruises and cuts and all that good stuff. She goes, so I'm going to end up going and turning in your results, and we're going to actually be all of the applicants are going to be packing up on the ship. So we've got about an hour or so until we get back onto the ship, and we actually are going to head back home. She goes, once we get back to Phaeton Mu, you're all going to be needed to go straight to the exploration branch of the guild hall, and there you're going to get further orders. Is that clear? Any questions about that? Alrighty. So you've got about an hour to do whatever you want, if you want any questions or anything, or we can move directly ahead. It is up to you 3.
Is there anyone who can help me like identify anything about this blue mushroom cap that I picked up?
Probably not, because there aren't a whole lot of guild member, like full-fledged guild members here, that are going to be from the research departments in either the artisan or arcana guild branches.
Oh.
So
if you want to learn about it quick, just pop it in your mouth and see what happens.
I considered it, but it could have other uses.
True. It also could be poisonous.
That means it could be a natural light source.
Well, I mean, it was a natural light source.
It can be used again as a natural light source.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. So at that point, we actually can be done with Roll20 for today. So I will leave this up. But so with a sense of accomplishment and kind of bated breath of excitement for what is going to be your results, everyone, all the guild applicants and most of the guild members who aren't going to be there, staying there temporarily, board the ship, and you all kind of just watch as the small satellite and the stasis tower grow smaller and smaller as you lift off and go back home. So before we get into it, I mentioned a lot earlier that this is going to be a homebrew And this is actually going to be one of the points where it is. So Pathfinder 2nd edition has a lot of really cool in-between mechanics that you can do, including like crafting. You can actually have like technically a job if you want to really get down to it. But it allows you to get experience, money, and all that stuff. So depending on the size of the dome that you will be in, like staying in between missions or quests or whatever you want to call it, everyone's going to get a set number of actions. So for minor domes, it's going to be 1 for each. For medium domes, it's going to be 2, and for major domes, it's going to be 3. So you'll have 3 full rounds. Everyone will get an action, and you'll get to choose to do different things. You can talk to people, you can shop, you can work for a guild branch, meaning that you can complete minor quests. Minor quests are just going to be like dice rolls and quick RP. It's not going to be anything like extensive like this. And then of course you can actually just, if you have the ability to craft or heal or perform or anything, you can go and do that as well. If you work for a guild branch though, you'll get experience, money, and you'll get renown in that guild branch. And depending on how much renown you have is the type of quests, how hard they are, and or the type of quest, which is going to be like how hard they are and the rewards they give. But also you might get more information from the guild members there. You could probably cut some deals with artisan guild members if you do a bunch of them, or a bunch of work for them, or a bunch of them. I don't know, that's what you want to do. So and that being said, you don't have to stick to your guild branch. So like Raga, if you want, you're like, hey, I'm gonna actually go help the exploration branch out a lot, you can go and do that. You'll build renown in the exploration branch for you and your party. And so after the next scene, that'll actually be what's opening up, because you're going back to the major dome of Phaeton Moose. So everyone will get 3 rounds to kind of do whatever they want. Take a drink because my throat's starting to I know, right? I'm just like, stupid COVID. Don't get COVID, folks. It fucking sucks. All right, so after a nice relaxing trip back, definitely a much different energy than going there, you all arrive back home into the major dome of Phaeton Mu. The dome is actually known as Darfur, D-A-R-F-U with an umlaut R. I think that's how you pronounce that. And you land, are shuttled off and everything, and the guild members there that are kind of responsible for onboarding are herding you all towards a large assembly hall. And so in the assembly hall, you see all of the guild applicants. They're standing there. Some definitely look worse for the wearers. Other are just kind of like downtrodden. The energy in the room's pretty mixed. But the 4 of you are standing there, and someone, there's a podium in front of you, and a speaker walks up and he goes, okay, so we have looked through everyone's results and everything, and unfortunately I would love to say that, you know, everyone passed, but that's not the case here. He goes, so I'm going to actually end up reading out team names, and those team names that I read, I need everyone to leave. Everyone else will stay, and then we're going to kind of move forward. So he leads, like, reads 10 or 12 team numbers off the list. Yours is not on it, and they all kind of, like, you know, downtroddenly leave.
Hannah's just gonna like gently like swat so you stop doing that.
Kind of like downtroddenly leave and everything. He goes, okay. I'm very excited to be able to announce that all of you are now full-fledged guild members, so congratulations. There's like a round of applause and everything. It was before we really get into it, though. Each of you will actually end up going to meet and kind of get a personal welcoming from our wayfarer, Bellis Almonto. But before that, we need to give you all your official equipment and welcoming as full guild members. So people kind of move through the crowds and they start handing out your own ATSTs, the Arcanotech Stasis tablets. He goes, these are tablets that you can use to keep in touch with guild members, your team members. Fuck. You know, any information that can be found easily through scrying magics can be found within ATST and everything. But these are yours to have and keep, and are kind of like the unofficial guild badge. Because these are, while ATSTs are common use, these ones are actually special. They're tuned to kind of pick up other ATSTs that belong to guild members a lot easier. The resonating crystals are much more in tune. So go ahead and add that to your equipment piece, or equipment lists.
As soon as they hand us that, can I try and see if I can like find my father on there? It's connected to other guild members, just to be a troll.
I mean, yeah. I don't. Shit.
Sorry.
No, I had notes on your dad, and I don't think I. Let me see if I can actually find those, because I had those notes.
I literally just want to be like, "Hey, Dad, I did it."
Look at me, Dad! I did it! Yeah. I don't think. I can't remember if I typed those notes up or if I wrote them down. I'll have to get back to you on that, because I do have notes on that somewhere. But yeah, you can definitely send your dad a little like ping, and he would see it. But after all the tablets are held out and everything, the speaker is like, all right, we're going to be pulling, you know, one team at a time into the Wayfarer's office, and then after that you are all free to go and be full guild members. So a little time passes, and after a while your team gets called, and you get led down the hallway of the Wayfarer branch, or not the Wayfarer branch, sorry, the Exploration branch, into this big office. And then let's see. So behind the desk sits a halfling artificer. Valindra, you recognize him because you're of the Exploration branch, but this is Wayfarer Bellis Almonto. He is the current Wayfarer of the Phaeton Guild Hall. He is a halfling artificer who designed and built his own mobility aids, and he's definitely known to be a very, very smart and lighthearted person.
You say Armando?
Almonto, Almanto. But he notices the four of you enter, and he's like, welcome. Yes, you're, let's see, Emerald Team 7. Let me pull up your notes real quick. And he kind of like ruffles through, and he's like, oh, wait, yes, Milia. And on the corner, you see, so like on his desk are all these like really nice portfolios. And then on the corner is just this stack of like disheveled papers. And he's like, yeah, that's right, Milia. And he reaches over and grabs it, kind of shakes his head and opens it, starts reading through, and he goes, let's see, there's Hana, there's Valindra, there's Raga, and there's Amber. And yes. He goes, so normally we kind of, you know, welcome you all, and we congratulate you, give you a pat on the back, and let you free to go, because we really just kind of randomly put these teams together. And he looks at all of you and he goes, however, you four showed aptitude that not a lot of guild applicants do, so I'm going to request that you continue to work as a team. He goes, you four have shown synergy and the ability to kind of adapt and do what a lot of these applicants haven't been able to. You did exactly what you asked, went above and beyond, and were even able to actually help and save a few of your other applicants. Yes, this is me saying that you are going to stay as a team.
I have how were, with all that happened, we were the most productive?
I wouldn't say most.
Because I may have accidentally shot someone.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, to be fair, Milia poked her brother's eye out. Like, you have to understand these things happen. Those two are a story in and of themselves. And he kind of chuckles to himself and again kind of just shakes his head. So wheels himself out from under the table and around is sitting in front of you. And out it goes. But this is definitely a situation that we don't come across a lot. And he goes, and most of the time in reclamation missions like these, when we see the possibility of life on a satellite, we don't actually get a tribe that is willing and wanting to reconnect with their, not really ancestors, because, you know, we're seeking out the ancestors. But the goblin tribe that you all found is actually part of a larger branching alliance with both the Stoneblood and Iron Fangs. He goes, and it's crazy to think that they were there alive and still knowing of their treaties and who could possibly be there. Like, it's fantastic that you all were able to actually, like, you know, reconnect with them and diplomatically get them to be open to reconnecting, because it's fantastic, and it opens up a huge portion of history that's lost to not only the goblins and the hobgoblins, but also just us as researchers and historians. You know, since the shattering has happened, we've lost so much history. And yes, there are people who, like Valindra here, who are old enough to remember the pre-shattering, but I can only assume that you weren't actually there at the shattering, so you can't really tell any of us what happened. You know, you can only tell us what happened around you. You don't know the cause of it, though. And he goes, but this could be like a lens into our past that we don't get very often. And so your team was able to give that to us, which is a very rare gift, you know. So for that, I can only thank you so much. He goes, well, because of that, we also are going to actually acquisition your team with a extra reward, if you want to call it that. So and again, I need to make a note of this for Ember, so everyone go ahead and add 25 gold to your walletos, and that's individually, not combined. 5 gold and a guild tablet. And 50 EXP.
You said 25?
Yes, so everyone will get 25 gold.
Sweet.
More of that sweet, sweet moolah. And you can keep track of this if you want. I'm probably going to end up keeping track of it, but it also means that in the exploration branch, you're all going to start with an extra point of renown. Because again, that kind of tracks between all 4 of you, so really keeping track of it is up to you. I'm gonna have my notes on that, so if anyone needs to know, they can always ask. But here's, anyways, he goes, as I wanted to say, I wanted to be able to kind of hand that reward out and thank you personally. But with this, you are all 4 officially members of the guild of Phaeton Mu. And he goes, again, I can only thank you for being able to give us that gift for those 2 goblin tribes. He goes, you are free to look free to, you know, roam around the guild as all, and if we get any or you all are free to basically be full guild members, meaning that you can, you know, get jobs of your own and anything like that. And he goes, do know that, however, sometimes when there are jobs that require us to call upon people that we can trust, we will reach out to you. So that may happen in the future, that may not. Who knows? But I can only wish that you all have successful careers. And with that, you are all free to go.
And on our way out, I'm gonna look at Rocket. How much do you like your weapons?
Are you what?
How
How much do you like your
how
weapons?
interested are you in weapons and upgrades?
I think I could definitely use a bigger hammer.
You could always use a bigger hammer, right?
I'm if you'd like, we can go visit my father.
Oh.
Oh.
Sure. I was kind of soon to meet your parents, but if that's...
No, for the shop.
Oh.
My father's a member of the guild.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Spoopy, remember, no one really knows who you were before y'all started working
I
together.
know, that's why I was I'm aware.
Okay, all right.
Can I ask you guys something? Am I going crazy, or is the guild run by a toddler?
I mean, to be fair, he's actually the same height as you. He's just in a wheelchair.
I could have fooled me. I walked in there and had to hold my tongue. I thought it was a talking baby.
You say some of the most interesting things.
Actually, what do halflings look like in Pathfinder? Because now I'm curious. I don't think they actually are like. I don't think they did as bad as like D&D, where they're just like super short with giant heads. Okay, they're not that bad.
Yeah.
They're not that bad.
5e's giant head issue.
Oh my god, it's so bad in D&D, and every time I see it, I'm like, why would you do this to halflings? Like, 4th edition wasn't that bad. 3.5 was pretty bad because it was just like you literally made them like chibi anime people. It's so bad.
Yeah, but I thought the chibi design was at least like attempting to be cool, whereas 5th edition they were just like, let's throw like a pumpkin head on this tiny ball bag.
I'm kind of curious to see like the breakdown of like percentages between races played in 5th edition now. It's just everyone just like looks at halfling is like, nah, I'm good.
Honestly, I don't know that I've ever had a halfling player. I've been running for like 10 plus years. I can't say that I've ever.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty hilarious though at the same time. Everyone's just like, but we have gnomes. Why would we want to be halflings?
I played nothing but halflings most of the
True. That's right. Jinx was a halfling rogue. That's right. All right. So yeah. So now you all will have 3 rounds. So we'll start with Swoopy and we'll just go clockwise. So Swoopy, Tori, Aaron.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home and get ammo.
Sorry, what was that?
I wanted to go home and get ammo.
Oh, yeah.
And then potentially, like, if anybody needed to purchase upgrades or like work on weaponry,
Okay.
they can do that.
So then your first action will be crafting. So you'll make your crafting rolls for ammo. And so like your first day or night or however you want to really like think of how this is going to work, you're basically just going to be, back at your home crafting ammo. What was that?
I rolled a 13.
Oh yeah, I need to actually look up crafting rules on that.
I'm just trying to make another batch of first day. I'm just trying to make another batch of regular black powder.
Oh, regular
Chest.
black powder. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, because you have a single gun, you don't dual wield, correct?
No.
Okay.
But I'm down to 14 total, so I'd like to have another back stock because I'm gonna have to reload soon.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll call that a normal success. So you make one
Okay.
serving size. I don't know what serving size of ammo would be. Probably like 12 rounds.
10.
10 rounds. Okay.
10 rounds.
So you make another 10 rounds.
And then, clean my guns that day too.
Yeah, that would be part of
Like
your
every-
like
Yeah,
daily ritual.
daily stuff. Yep.
So Tori, it is your first turn. So you can peruse around town, see if there's any rumors. You can hit up shops if you want to go and try and upgrade your equipment or maybe like restock on things. You can always check any of the message boards for the guild branches to see if anything catches your eye and do a small side quest. If you have a crafting skill or any like performance skills or things like that, you can make a roll to try and possibly, put on a street performance, take some requests on like some of the boards to see like if you can make stuff like that. So you'll get 3 of these and this will be your first one.
I would like to check the message boards.
For which branch?
For the one that I am in.
That would be the exploration branch. So so right now as a yes, because you only have 1 renown, there's a few small jobs, nothing too difficult. There's one for transcribing some maps to try and basically just either make extra copies of them or maybe make better quality copies, stuff like that. So map transcribing. There's one for in a nearby small town. They're trying to create a couple pathways through the woods. So there's that. And then there is a small scouting mission. So in difficulties, it would go the 1st, 2nd, and then 3rd. And these are all local.
I would like to do the second one with the woods.
Okay. So on the second one, I need you to make me 3 rolls. The first one is going to be a nature roll. The second one is going to be an athletics roll. And the third one is going to be a fortitude roll.
Nature.
Okay.
Athletics. Fortitude. Where's fortitude at?
It should be under...
fortitude.
Yep.
Saving throws.
All right. So you are able to help the team plot the kind of like build their routes through the woods exactly how they wanted to perfectly. You give them every little bit of information they could ever ask for. However, when leading, you're definitely not very graceful, and you kind of like, make a couple trips here or there, end up with a couple bumps and bruises, but overall you're able to kind of like push through and see the mission through to the end. So go ahead and add 10 gold to your bag and add 5 experience to your pool. Aaron, my dear, it is your turn.
Sure. I guess I am gonna go with Hana, and I'd like to try to pick up another light hammer and 3 javelins.
Another light hammer and 3 javelins. Let me see if I can pull up the prices for that.
Are we just using handbook prices?
Yeah, we can just use handbook prices.
Because then it's
Would-
3 silver
would,
pieces for a light hammer and 1 silver piece each for javelins.
Would Raga get a family friend discount?
I mean, your dad's trying to run a business here.
What are you?
Oh, we just needed to the deal.
Oh, I'm looking in the entirely wrong section. I was fucking looking in treasures, not equipment. Holy crap. So you said another light hammer and then 3 javelins. Yeah, so her dad is easily able to does that. Welcomes another dwarf in with wide open arms. And he will give you... Why can I not find light hammer? What am I looking at? Oh, there we go.
Clarification question.
What's
My
up?
father's dwarf?
Yeah, your adopted father is a dwarf.
That's gonna cause questions.
I'm not really. He's your adopted dad.
That's not common knowledge.
Oh, well. I mean, your mom could have been a human, because there is no actual half human, half dwarf race.
Yep.
Or a heritage, as it's called. So go ahead and just do 5 silver piece. So that'll be, what? That's 1 gold piece is 10 silver. So yeah, 5 silver piece.
Okay.
All right, Spoopy, it is back to you.
I want to try and take that batch of magical regents to make a batch of magical ammo. I'm just looking at like cost of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first I guess I'd probably need to identify the regents, right?
No. They're if you have regents of any type, they're literally just
The ones I found.
generic. Yeah. They're literally just generic. So
Okay.
like spell components can only really be used for spell components. But because you're doing the
Right.
magical crafting, they can be used like that. So it's just,
Okay.
generic store-bought spell components, basically.
Okay. I would like to make God damn, the prices on these are ridiculous.
Yep. Welcome to magical crafting.
Yep. Shit. Did I need to take money for the black powder, or do I have like a resource?
Remember, once per day you get that like restocking of resources.
Yeah, that's
because we looked at
that's true.
your feats and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I just meant it costs for like making bullet, but
No, so basically, if you wanted to make
Um,
more, or like you wanted to buy more so that you could make more, you'd have to pay. But because you have that feat, you get that like
okay.
amount every
Well then,
every
while
day.
I keep reading on this, I'm going to go ahead and make. I'd like to make a thunderstone bomb.
Go ahead and roll for crafting.
I do. That was checked. 23.
Yeah, no, go ahead. You will make 2 of them.
Sweet.
Yes. All right, Tori, it is back to you.
I would like to go on the scouting mission.
All right, so for the scouting mission, I'm going to need you to roll a nature check, a perception check, and a stealth check for me.
Sure.
Fucking killing it with those nature rolls.
Perception.
Where were those perception checks in the dungeon?
Nobody knows.
All right, so your the scouting mission was for a animal conservation, trying to like find and track and kind of study the new patterns for certain herd animals. So you're able to track the pack down very easily, identify them, and start kind of like mapping everything out. You're not able to get very close to them though, unfortunately. So every time that you kind of like catch up to them and find them again, they sense you and just kind of scatter. Not bad enough that you lose track of them, but over the course of the day, you're kind of able to track their patterns and everything and kind of like get a good layout of their enclosure. So you get paid for your dues. So go ahead and add go ahead and add another go ahead and add another 5 gold piece, and that's going to bring your exploration renown for the group up to 2 instead of 1. All right, Raga, it is your second turn.
Sure. Are there any like hospitals or healing tents or anything set up that I could go work at?
Yeah. So in the Arcana, one thing that we didn't actually talk about a whole lot and actually makes sense as to why the cleric is in the Arcana branch. In Pathfinder, there are 4 schools of magic. There is arcane, divine, occult, and primal. And so you kind of, all 4 of those branches fall under the Arcana branch of the guild hall.
Okay.
So you're able to find plenty of work for a divine magic user. There are definitely some sick bays where they could always use an extra hand or two. So if you want to go and volunteer for that, you totally have the ability to.
Right, but will I get paid for it? Is what I'm asking.
If you don't volunteer and you actually go and look at like the boards,
Okay.
yes. If you're volunteering though, all you'll do is get renown.
Ooh, get renown. We get 3 actions.
Yes,
All right,
and
so
so
the
this.
second one, I'll do some volunteer work.
All right. So go ahead and I need to remember what the skill is called because I think the skill is literally just heal or medicine. I can't remember.
There's a medicine.
I think there is a medicine skill. Let's see: acrobatics, arcana, athletics, crafting, blah blah. Yeah, there is medicine. So go ahead and give me a medicine roll, an arcana roll, and a religion roll.
All 3?
All 3. One of each.
Medicine 17. Arcana 13. Religion 21.
Perfect. All right, so you kind of move through the local church's sick bay, and you're just helping people, no problem. Able to give kind of like, identifying cuts, bruises, and
Walk
easy.
it off there, sport.
Exactly. You're just fucking. You're a grace to have there.
Stop your whinging.
So we'll go ahead and for your group, we'll put Arcana at a +1 renown for that. All right, and that brings it back to you, my dear Spoopy. What are you gonna do for your last?
Is there any like commission work that needs to be done around the shop that hasn't been able to get to? Like, how would I find?
Your dad's shop?
Yeah.
Probably. And then of course the boards always have extra
Yeah,
jobs.
so I'll probably check for anything like small, or like help out around the shop for the last day.
Yeah, so your dad definitely has like a couple little small things that you could do. Some tool orders from the guild that's needed. A couple of the local shops need, just some light repair work and stuff like that. So go ahead and give me 3 crafting rolls.
I'm also trying to like figure out in my head what the fuck I'm gonna be able to do with that ear for Raga.
I mean, if anything, probably should do it soon because it's been about 3 days since she cut it off.
Also, she's been just fiddling with it nonstop, like flexing it around.
Yeah, so-
like getting all like.
So it is gross and deteriorating quick.
Oh god.
Made it
so
into a little
17.
worry stone. You're just like,
Like an old piece of
Seven.
paper I just keep like folding and unfolding.
yeah.
Jesus Christ. 17, 24, and 23.
Yeah, so you're able to get through your dad's some of your dad's backlog, no problem. Definitely catch up quite a bit. Shop gets some extra money, and he flips you a nice allowance. So go ahead and add 5 gold pieces to your wallet.
I'll take that. And then, is it possible at some point to grab that ear and try and make like a little pouch out of what's salvageable out of it for Raga?
I don't think so at this point.
Oh,
I think at this point it's just like
that's all I got.
a weird fidget piece of leather.
I'll just give it to her and ask her to tan it so it will hold up.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Or-
She could definitely. Well, I mean, you're not used to tanning goblin hide, so it's a little weird, but you could definitely do it.
You want me to roll for that?
No, we'll just with bated breath and a queasy stomach, you definitely are able to tan that easily. All right, Tori, it is up to you. This is your last action.
I would like to do the big rights on the maps that need to be copied / made better ones of / whatever.
Yeah, so go ahead and give me a crafting roll. We'll do a nature roll, and then we will do we'll just do those two. Crafting and nature. God damn. Yep. So you're able to pump out those maps, no problem. Definitely helping out the I don't remember what the place is called. I guess it would be like a library where they store maps and stuff like that. But you're able to get through their requests pretty easily with not a whole lot of catch-ups on your part. So go ahead and add an extra 5 gold to your purse. And Raga, it is back to you for the last one.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
All right. Is there any way to train ability scores over time?
Yes. So when you level up, you're able to, I don't remember how many it is. I think it's based on stat. Introduction. And then I know there's a way to upgrade it. And I'm fairly certain it's based off your level.
Okay.
Because I know it's a certain amount of them too, so it's not like all of your trained skills go up. I just can't remember if it's based off your ancestry and background or your classes or your stats.
Gotcha.
But I will look that up.
I was looking at armor and realized that I'm limited by my strength score, which is low. So I was like, if I could just like hit the gym and work on that.
Nah, that's based off of that. So let's see.
Gotcha.
Each time your character reaches 1,000 experience points, their level increases by 1. On your character sheet, indicate your character's new level beside the name of their class and deduct 1,000 from their XP total. If you have any left after you record them, they count towards your next level, and so on. Next, return to your character's class entry. Increase your character's total health points by the number indicated from your class. Then you can take a look at the class advancement table and find the row of your character's new level. Your character gains all the attributes listed for that level, including new abilities specific to your class, and additional benefits all characters gain as they level up. For example, all characters gain 4 ability boosts at 5th level and every 5 levels thereafter.
Oh, okay. Cool. Good to know.
Yeah, and then let's see, for classes, for example, if we look up that's alchemist, never mind. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, so like level 2 barbarian, for example, they get a barbarian feat and a skill feat, as well as their HP, and I think that's all they get.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if going to the gym won't help, then I'll just look at the board and see if there's anything I can do.
Yes, so there is the town guard is actually asking for a little bit of help for a patrol from someone from the divine branch of the Arcana branch. So you've got that. That one's going to be a pretty easy one, as not a whole lot happens. They just kind of want you for more peace of mind. There is a research request for some of the more quote unquote ancient religions, or the pre-shattering religions, and then the last one is someone from the artisan branch is asking for help from the Arcana branch for a little bit of research as well. So you got those 3 options.
Let's see. Okay, so I actually have a feat that helps me with religion, so I guess I'll take the religion one.
Alrighty, so go ahead and give me a. We'll do a. Give me a lore, a religion, and an arcana check. All three, please.
I have scribing lore
Mm-hmm.
as a trained skill. Is that good?
Yes, I can. Oh, that says untrained skill? Yeah, that says untrained skill. Let's see. Scribing lore. Ooh, I think that's actually in the advanced player's guide, not the normal one. I can look that up later. But what was that supposed to do?
The scribing lore?
Yeah.
Good question. I mean, I think it's just lore relating to how things have been recorded.
Okay. That would make sense.
Magic lore to recall the breadth of knowledge covered by arcana, nature, occultism, and religion.
Yeah, so I don't think that would apply for here.
Okay.
But common lore subcategories. You can learn any lore skill. Oh, okay, yeah. So if you were to make a lore check on something like that, you'd get a bonus to it.
Gotcha. Okay. Is lore an intelligence skill?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. So you said religion, arcana, and lore?
Yes, please.
Okay. Religion, only a 10. Arcana, 11, and lore, 9.
So you are able to help them out, thankfully, and kind of give them the answers and lead them in the right direction. You're not able to like go super above and beyond and like just give them every single answer that they could ever ask for and some that they didn't even know they wanted. So go ahead. They're gonna pay you for your time. Thank you for your time and all that stuff. So go ahead and add 5 experience and 5 gold to your purse.
Okay. Oh, and not that this matters at this exact moment, but I just saw this and I wanted to bring it up since we're here. With the light hammer, my penalty on my second and third attacks are actually lowered, so my second attack is only -4 and my third attack is -8.
There you go. Okay. Oh, that's right. There, because it's a finesse weapon, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't know that till I was just looking at it when I did the purchase.
yeah.
So I just wanted to throw that out there so that we could hopefully remember next time.
Yes, I can remember that. Yeah. So finesse weapons
I'll try to remember all.
have that really nice bonus of the first one isn't like too big because it's just -1, but -2 on your third attack is actually really good. So that this will be our break. We're an hour and a half in. So for those of you watching, if you like what you're seeing and want to be able to kind of get some extras and join the Discord, chat with the players and myself and everything, we do have a Patreon. I'm gonna go grab that link here. That does actually pay all of my players and myself and kind of helps us do some pretty cool things with all of this. Kind of gives us the ability to kind of push our production a little higher and all that good stuff, because otherwise it's completely out of my pocket, which is actually how we got the fantastic background that you all see here. But we'll be back in 5 minutes, we'll say, for the last half of this session. So in the meantime, I hope that you all stand up, grab some snacks, get some hydration, all that good stuff, stretch, and we will be back in just a moment. So let's see, BRB screen. Nope, I need to actually make that properly sized. Hey, look at that. And I will be back in just a moment.